Alright, geometric constructions. We are now looking at parallel and perpendicular lines. And what I might do, instead of writing everything out, these steps, I might just show them to you and you can pause and copy them down. So I am going to do the construction here, and then I'll just show you the steps. You can pause and write them down, and then we'll do the other things together. So we are going to construct a line perpendicular to another line using a point that's not on the line. And so that's what we're going to do here. And so the way this works is I first close this up a little bit so that my pencil is going to do an arc. I'm going to be able to draw an arc that intersects this, this line L here from point P. So here I am at point P, and I'm going to draw an arc that intersects L in two places. So I've drawn an arc from P that intersects L in two places, and I'll label those spots A and B. Now, something that a lot of students do is they now put their pointy end on this arrowhead. Don't put the pointy end on the arrowhead. Put the pointy end on B. Draw an arc and put the pointy end on A. Draw an arc. And then you've got these two arc intersections here. Draw a line that connects those two, and you have a perpendicular, not bisector, but you have a perpendicular line that goes that goes through point P, and it's perpendicular to line L. All right. Now, instead of talking through each step, I'm going to show you each step right here. So go ahead and pause and copy that down. Okay, so just in case there's any confusion about my writing here, you put pointy end on P, draw the arc that intersects line L at 2 points, A and B. So we drew our arc that intersects line L at A and B. Construct a perpendicular bisector of AB. Now we just think of A and B here, and we do a perpendicular bisector at A and B. We just drew an arc, drew another arc, and then drew our line that goes through those two arc intersections there. Again, don't put your pointy end on the arrow. Put your pointy end on A and on B, on that intersection. Alright, let's do a couple more. Let's do this one down here. We have two intersections. Oop, there we go. Two intersections. And then we draw an arc. We draw an arc. Oh, I might not have done that other one far enough. Oh, there it is. Yep, good. And then connect these two arcs, these arc intersections. Boom. Perpendicular. One more. Let's do this one. We've got to open it up a bit. Oop, opened it up too much. That's okay. I can just extend my line a bit. There we go. Now notice I've been keeping my settings the same throughout this whole process for each of these constructions. You can do that, but you don't have to. You should still be able to get a perpendicular line that passes through point P either way. Alright, there we go. We have done 3 perpendicular lines. Now we're going to do some parallel lines that go through, oh no, oh, another perpendicular line. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Let's do it. Alright, perpendicular line. This time P is on line L. So we can do the same kind of idea. We put our pointy end on P, and we draw an arc that intersects two sides there. Let's call this A and B again. A and B are our intersections there. And now I'm going to need to open my compass up a bit because I'm going to draw now a perpendicular bisector, but that's not going to work if my compass isn't only open halfway across this segment here, AB. So I've got to open it up a little bit. There we go, that should work. Put my pointy end on B, draw an arc, put my pointy end on A, draw an arc that intersects the other arc. Then I line up those intersections, those points of intersection. I draw a line, boom, I've got a perpendicular line that passes through point P. So now here are the steps that I took. So you can pause this to copy this down if you like. Put the pointy end on P, draw arcs on each side of P, A and B, so I have A and B. And then I construct a perpendicular bisector to segment AB. So this is very similar to the last one that we just did. So you can pause and copy this if you'd like. I'm going to keep on going with these two U-tries down here at the bottom. So I'm going to close this up a little bit. I've got two lines, and I've got a point on each line, and I'm going to try to draw a line perpendicular to this line that goes through this point. And so now I've got to open up a little bit because I'm doing a perpendicular bisector now between these 2 points. So here we go. And again on this side. There we go. I'm going to connect my 2 points of intersection here. And I've got a perpendicular line, a line that is perpendicular to my original line that goes through point P. Let's do this one more time. I need to make this quite a bit smaller here so that my arcs will fit on this line, or I can extend the line. Either way is fine. Oop, let's go a little bit tighter. There we go. Arc here, arc here. I've got my 2 arcs. Now I need to open this up because right now it's only halfway. Now I got to open this up so it's more than halfway across. Draw my arcs here for my perpendicular bisector. There we go. I line up those 2 points of intersection. Those go through my point on my line, and I have a bisector. There it is. Hopefully you saw all that. Yikes. Alright. Next is your guided practice. So that's, oh, line parallel. There we are. No, not guided practice yet. Let's do this parallel line. What am I thinking? Alright. Parallel line. Here's what we're going to do. We need to start with a point on this line. So we're going to try to draw a line that is parallel to this line that goes through P. So parallel means, you know, the 2 lines run along next to each other and never touch. So we're going to try to draw a line that's parallel to line L that goes through line P. But we're not just going to go, I think that's parallel, okay, I'll draw a line. No, we're going to use the compass and we're going to get really accurate. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to name a point right here. We're just going to pick a point right there. We're going to call that Q. And then we're going to draw a line that goes between Q and P, or goes through. We're going to draw a ray QP. It's going to go like that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to copy this angle to right here, and then we're going to draw a line right here like this, so that this angle and this angle are congruent, making this line and this line parallel. Alright, see what we can do. So we've already learned how to copy angles. So I'm going to draw this ray. Well, actually I'm going to make this a little bit smaller before I draw this ray, because I don't want it to conflict with P up there. So Q, draw an arc, and then I'm going to draw another arc from P. Alright, I'm going to label, I guess, I don't know, I don't need to label, I guess. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take this distance here, from this line here, from this, not line, this intersection to this intersection. Remember we called those T and U before, and so I'm going to find this distance right here. There we go, that looks pretty good. Yep. Alright, now I'm going to go from this point, copy that distance that I just did from here to here. There it is there. And so that means that this line that I draw from this intersection through P should be perfectly parallel to line L down here. We'll call this line M. So that's how we do a line parallel to that to the other one that goes through a point P. Now here is your points. Here are the steps. So here's what we did. We put a point on line L and we labeled it Q. We made a line QP, so we did that line, or we did a ray actually. Also we have point P, right? We made this point R over here. I don't remember why I did that originally, but we don't need to. We don't need it. Then we copy PQR. Oh, we put the R there to name this angle. PQR. That's why that's there. So now we copy PQR, and then at point P. So we say PQR, and then we make this same angle right here, right there, PQR. Now line L and line M are parallel to one another. Alright, let's draw another one down here, and I'm going to add a little bit to this one so that we can remember some things that we learned a while back. So I'm going to put a point right here. I'm going to try to draw a line parallel to this line that goes through this point. So here comes a line. Now I am going to copy this angle. So I draw an arc from this point. Then I draw the same arc from this point. Then I check this angle here, and or this distance between these two points of intersection. Measure that distance. That looks pretty good. Oh, maybe a little bit tighter. There we go. Then I make an arc. Boom. Go from this point of intersection to the point P. Ooh, I did some bad work with my compass here. That's better. think I'm pushing my compass too hard and it's changing the lines a little bit. It's like spreading out the arc a little bit farther than I should be. There we go. That looks a lot more parallel, doesn't it? All right. Now let's look at the corresponding angles here. As a refresher. So let's just label this one 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down here we've got 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've got these angles labeled. And let's list the ones that are corresponding. Corresponding angles, when I have a transversal like this with two parallel lines, the corresponding angles are congruent. So angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent. Angle 1, angle 5, those are corresponding angles and they are congruent. 2 and 6, 3 and 7, and 4 and 8. Those are all the corresponding angles, and remember, corresponding angles are congruent if your transversal is going through two parallel lines. So go ahead and do this line on your own, make a parallel construction here, and then here's your homework. Here's your guided practice. There's your homework. There you go. Constructing angles. Or what did I do? Parallel lines and perpendicular lines. That's what we just did.